Hello, 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 and welcome back to another episode of City Skylines with Splatt. In our last episode, we've spent some time developing out a new farm industry area, and we put some new orchards in, and things are going very, very well. So while we are here messing with industry and doing some farming, I thought we would also take a look at our forestry industry to see how that's going. Because a while back, we did finally get to the point where it has now upgraded to 2 stars, and that means that we have access to a few more things in the forestry tab. So we now have a forestry workers barracks, which makes things more efficient, and we have access to larger tree plantations, I think. We also have access to the biomass pellet plant. And that is going to be another way that we can make more money. And I believe we also have a unique factory that has popped up. We do. We now have a furniture factory, which we could use to create some more income for our city. And for that to work, you need, I believe, the timber that we get from this area, the sawmill that we put in, which is right here. And we also need paper that we get. Do we get that from the biomass? What does that produce? It produces paper. So we need to get a biomass plant so that we can start producing paper, which would allow us to build a unique factory and earn more money. Now, if I understand correctly, the processing buildings need to be placed inside the industry area, okay? And our industry area covers all of that. I want to keep it up on the other side of that road. I don't want to bring it down into here. So I think what we need to do is just bring a road up and around and start putting things in. So let's get on that. I will grab an industry road, just a good old 2-lane industry road. We'll get some, get this going like that. Yep. And that's going to go like this. And like this. And we're going to move these around to kind of straighten up a little bit. And then we are going to install our biomass pellet plant right there. Little finagling with the height and of the roads. And we should be golden. There we go. Bring this one up a little bit. All right. It needs water. We'll put some pipes in really quick. Let's get the fence put back in that we just destroyed when we put the road down. Keep that fence in there, separating. Let's do move it mod. We'll just pull that up there. Okay, and we'll pull this down there. And we'll just make sure that this is all cordoned off by fencing, because we wouldn't want anybody to stumble into the industry area and get hurt. Now, would we? Because we are a responsible mayor. We never do anything at all that would ever put our citizens in danger. I am so glad you guys did not see what happened when I was messing with the river off camera, because I was trying to get rid of the whirlpool of death, and I actually ended up flooding out the entire... Basically everything from the water level up to the department store that we put in was completely underwater. It took me a long time to get this sorted out. But as you can see, whirlpool of death is gone. Back to industry. We're getting distracted. All right, so this thing is going to be producing paper, and we are going to need a place to keep that paper. So I've got a planed timber warehouse and I've got a raw goods warehouse, and then we are going to need a warehouse to store the biomass or the paper that we produce. So I think this area over here would be a great place to make a little bit of a warehouse district because it would have easy access to the highway. It would be out of sight, out of mind, and it would be close to this industry area. Eventually, this whole area is going to grow a little bit, and we're going to be putting in more of these things. We're going to need more warehouse space to store. And so that is something that we're going to have to consider. So let me drop in some more roads here, and we will get our warehouses in. We're going to keep using these industry roads for now because they're cheap and easy. Do something like that, and then we do something like this. I went too far. Back up, back up. Easy, boys. That's too close to that. So where do I want to drop this in? I want to keep it away from that intersection. How about we just drop it in here, like that, and that will give them access to the highway, and we can start putting some of the warehouses in that we're going to need. And I think as we develop, we'll just start putting more warehouses in over here as we need them. And we'll eventually pull another road here, and we can create another row behind it. But this will be a nice way for them just immediately, without having to get into the residential area, they come in here, they get their stuff, they get on the highway, they get out of town. Yes, that is going to work wonderfully. Now, do we need more raw materials? Is the raw forest products is going to be brought into here. It's going to make the paper. Paper is going to go in here. Okay. Plain timber goes there. This could be, we're going to set that to balance now because eventually we're going to put in that factory. Now, how big is that factory? It's not massive. Got a little bit of a noise. We could just put it with that warehouse, and the noise wouldn't bother anybody. The pollution wouldn't bother anybody. Let's just do that. In fact, let's offset this just a little bit so that it looks a little better. So what we're going to do, we're going to come in here and we're going to take our industry, we're going to take a one-way road, and we're just going to go up here. We go like that. We're going to go like that, and we're just going to drop that in there like that. We're going to move this just to get it to snap to that. We're going to grab this warehouse and slide it over a little bit so it's all beautiful. Is that clipping into the side? No, it's not. Perfect. Here in front, we can even do a little bit of decorating because, you know, it's a factory owned by a company that wants their place to look beautiful. So maybe we can put some bushes in. And maybe even these plants like so. And we can get some vegetation going on in here. That vegetation doesn't look good. What about this vegetation? No. We can do better than that. We can do better than that. Definitely got to put a little fence in here. That's for sure. So, or farm, forestry, zoo, nature, amusement park. I think I like this one for what we're trying to do. Just put in a little fence here. And we'll put a little fence in like this that goes up along the back of the building. Turn off all the snapping because I don't want it to do that. But, oh, I'm gonna snap like that. Yeah, we can do that. That works. Okay, so we can just move this over. Touch. Gonna line it up. Bring this down. Go. Gonna put another one in here because we turn on my prop anarchy. This. Anarchy that in. Bring it up. Okay, and in front of their place, what do they want to put in? What do we have? We got some props. Got anything cool? Like a sign maybe, or crowd control barrier? Not exactly what I'm looking for. We got sign. Okay, we got some signs. Those are way too small. Meh. Trees it is. Wild bush, pine plant, red ramen. Okay, these are not too bad. Try these. How about just some big old trees? Now that we have that factory put in, we need to give it some warehouse space. And so I think the way we're going to do that is by dropping one right in there. And I'm going to go for the sideways one. Oh, I forgot to turn off my tree. Oh. Got to turn off prop anarchy. And that is going to, so this thing here makes furniture, and furniture is a luxury good. So in our warehouse, we want to store unique factory products. So the furniture should go in there. All right, and that is now taking timber, it is now taking paper, and it is producing goods. And that should increase our money value quite a bit. This also means that we're going to have a huge demand for residential now. But that is for another day. So today, we added in some more warehouses for our forestry area. We added in a biomass plant, which is going to be producing paper. And that paper is going to be brought over along with the timber to our new furniture factory, which is going to start producing furniture, which is now going to be sold, and we are going to make lots of money. Well, thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like what you saw, hit that thumbs up button and give me a like. Maybe even subscribe so that as we continue building the City of Odyssey, you don't miss any episodes. If you have any suggestions or if I messed up and you need to point something out, please leave a comment below and let me know what you'd like to see. That's all we have time for today, and I'll see you guys later. Until next time.